So, yeah, so with that, like, I was just sat in there, just had my bowed, and then just a massive mixture of emotions of just anger, like sadness, just like confused, like why would I have it? Nobody in my family's got it. Like, it's just literally come out of nowhere and chose me, and so yeah, but. When I started really thinking about diabetes and thinking about if I had it or not, it was one of the times where I'd just be feeling like tired in class and just like always sleeping a lot, like always like having massive lie-ins and like just generally sleeping a lot, which is improve on them for, and then like I can just remember like being at college at one point and I was with one of my friends Adam and we went to Sainsbury's and I was just feeling like, you know, just a bit weird really, just a bit not all there, and then went into the Sainsbury's and went and got like a sugary drink and we just jerked between us. I was like, oh, I wonder which way this would send it if I did actually have diabetes, and then that was all just a laugh, like didn't even expect to have it, it was just a joke really.
Was a few weeks before his 18th birthday, and he came in one day and simply said that he seemed to be drinking a lot of water all of a sudden. So of course, being a typical teenager, first of all I just thought, oh well, you know, teenagers drinking and that type of thing, they do get dehydrated. Anyway, a few days went by and again he mentioned it. He came into the kitchen and was drinking glass of water after glass of water.
So then that's when Mum said, yeah, we might have to go to the doctors and we'll just get it ruled out that you don't have it.
At that time I honestly didn't think that he had diabetes, but I wanted just to make sure. So when we went along to the doctors.
I think you better go get your mum. And I was just like, shit, like, because I was still 17, so I was just like, well, it's gonna have to be landing a blur. Yeah, he's going to have to be landing quite a heavy blow if he's asking for me to go get my mum. So at that point I just like walked back through and yeah, like, oh mum, yeah, come in here. And then that's when he told me. So I had it, and then it was that point I was just like, fuck, like, really? As if, like I'd done it in biology, but still, like, it was just a condition. It was just another thing, like, one of the many things out there. I didn't, like, fully try and, like, pay attention to it or anything, really. And then it just turned out I had it.
And within an hour, we were actually at the local hospital and Mark was being taught how to inject himself with insulin. It all seemed very unreal, very bizarre, and a lot to take in. It was one of those times where, you know, people are talking to you, but you're not really listening. It's you sort of just go into an auto type of mode.
She was just telling me about like some other people who just don't treat themselves well and like leave it, and then it's just stupid really, because you just hurt yourself. It's only going to make you better if you take it, isn't it?
Mark hadn't been diagnosed with diabetes that long when one evening he came into the living room and said to me that what was this small patch of baldness on the back of his head. I looked at it and it was a bald patch about the size of a 50p piece.
When I was at my friend's house and we noticed like a patch on the back of my head, but we just thought, then that it was just from a previous party where I'd either like fallen asleep or passed out and somebody had shaved my hair. So then we're all still just laughing and joking, like didn't really think about it, just trying to figure out who it was and that.
But then, over the weeks, Mark's hair started to fall out, and we obviously realised that it was alopecia.
Which is just where your immune system, like on the whim of its own, just decides when it wants to like destroy the hair follicles, which then causes it to fall out, and nobody can really say about how I've got it, like how I've come about getting it, or like what it's going to do, when it's all going to come back, is it going to happen again. So it's pretty unfair really, as through no fault of my own or anybody else's. I've just lost all my hair.
Mark's dealt with that again, and he's just remarkable, as I say. He's just taken it all on board. He's constantly shaving his head at the moment, because even though his hair does start to grow, it's not growing enough that he can have a full head of hair.
Just real hard, just always liked my hair, always had it long, enjoyed going for haircuts, and then just to have that from it falling out in my hands and then just looking at it in my hands was pretty devastating, to be honest. And it was just hard really, like I said. We live in a society where everyone's only bothered by like what the physical outward appearance of them is, and then a main focal point of that is the hairstyle, and then for me just not to have any through no fault of my own, which is pretty unfair really. Wish I had my hair back all the time, every time I look in the mirror, but there's nothing I can do about it. Hopefully it'll come back on its own at some point, and then that should be all alright. At the end of the day, like, I'm not squeamish or anything, not really bothered about needles and that. It's not too hard, all you do is just stab yourself a few times a day, and that's about it really. You just live with it. It's not going to go away, is it?